Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Flag Day. It's June 14th, 2024. I'm Stephen Herwire, owner of Herwire Financial Plans with Direction. Today, after the market wrap, we're going to talk about the road to the poorhouse, part 2. Okay, another thing you can do can help you and your family get closer to the poorhouse. No plan to replace your income if you are gone. This is really important if loved ones are dependent on your paycheck. Insurance is important. You can lose the ability to be insured very quickly. Even if that doesn't happen, insurance will get more expensive every year you age. You must qualify medically at application. If you have a policy in place and something that would cause you not to qualify occurs after the contract is in place, it stays in place. Pretty interesting. About 4 years ago, when people were talking about how, oh, if you got COVID and died of it, your life insurance wouldn't cover you. Nothing could be further from the truth. All things being equal, men have a higher annual cost than ladies. Here's the reason why. Men don't live as long as ladies, generally speaking. There are exceptions to that. I know my father was one. There's two basic types of life insurance, permanent and term. I'm not going to get into any details, but that they are out there. Next one, and this is the one that always has me scratching my head the most. Usually when an employer has a retirement plan at the company, there's usually some sort of match. That means if you put some money away for your own retirement up to a certain amount, your employer will add some to the account. There may be a vesting schedule. In some cases, it's yours right away. In other cases, you got to be at the company for a certain length of time before the monies belong to you. So if you're changing jobs and you've got a whole bunch of employer contributions, consider your timing. It'd be a real shame to miss out on part of the employer match just because you couldn't put it off for 2 weeks. Now, I understand there are times when you just can't put it off, and that's okay. But when you can put it off, at least be aware. The other thing I see is people not putting in because they have no idea where to invest. Well, just pick something, invest, and get that match, because missing out on the match is worse than investing in the wrong thing. If you invest in the wrong thing, it's very fixable as long as you don't wait too long. So contribute anyway and consult a qualified professional as soon as you possibly can. Owning too much company stock. Now, where I live, there's a large multinational corporation that at one point in time employed tens of thousands of people in this area. And many of those folks, they were loyal company people, and they worked for the company for a long time, and they owned lots and lots of the stock. In essence, they were tying their current and future livelihood to the fortunes of the company, which could be extraordinarily risky because company stock price can turn on a dime. It could be a bad headline, which doesn't even have to be true, company malfeasance, or regulatory changes. If you cannot get out quickly, it may damage the pursuit of your goals. Part of the danger of having too much company stock is the inability to quickly exit your position. Now, if you have it in a brokerage account with somebody like me, you can set limits. So if it drops while you're at work or on vacation or whatever, it can automatically get you out before too much damage is done. But if you got it in your retirement plan, if you at work, if you've got it in what's called a DRIP account, stands for dividend reinvestment plan, where they don't charge you any commissions. The problem with these is you can't get out quickly. Back in late 2007, a friend who'd been working for this local large multinational company had about $500,000 in company stock. They sold in 2008 when it was about $36 a share. About a year later, it was under $6 a share. Had they retained the stock, it might have seriously impaired their ability to retire. How I can help you avoid the path to the poorhouse. As quickly as the market falling can harm your financial future, there are things that can cause greater harms can sometimes happen more quickly, as in the case of somebody dying suddenly, having a bad headline, and owning too much company stock. In other cases, they might be more subtle, like missing the company match. That's free money, folks. And many of these things can be avoided easily with the right plan. The biggest value I bring to the table is helping you avoid expensive mistakes. It's not beating the market on a regular basis. I won't do that. Nobody does. I'll make you aware of things that could cause harm to your financial life so you can either plan for them, mitigate them, avoid them, or just be aware they're there so it's not a surprise. Once you graduate, be it from welding school, engineering school, or law school, you're going to need a different plan for each of these stages that's tailored to each individual situation. During your working years, most important question you can ask is, am I saving enough? Am I saving enough? And secondly, is it in the right place? The sooner you start saving, the more likely it is you're going to pick the time and manner of your retirement. Also, the earlier you pick, the less impact it's going to have on your wallet, because when you've just graduated, you've got time on your side, even if it's small amounts. When you're on the glide path to retirement, which is what I say is the last 10 years prior to retirement, the question is, will the USS Retirement be shipshape on the appointed day? Will it be ready to depart? Retirement. How do I avoid running out of money before I run out of life? And finally, legacy. Does what I worked hard for get to where I want it to after I'm done with retirement? I can be reached at herwirefinancial.com. I do in-person Zoom and phone appointments. I am licensed and registered across several states and can easily add states if there is a need. If you'd like to schedule an appointment, you can click on the schedule an appointment button in the upper right-hand corner of my website. If you want to see more videos like this, go to my website and click on the YouTube button. It's the red button that's 2 buttons to the left of the schedule an appointment button. If your friends want more information, they can follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. If you go to YouTube, please like and subscribe. For those who prefer the good old-fashioned telephone, 518-631-2569. Do not text that number. You will be sad and I will be sad because it won't get to me. There's a separate texting number there. This material contains only general information, descriptions, and it's not a solicitation to sell any insurance product or security, nor is intended as financial or tax advice. For information about specific insurance needs or situations, contact your insurance agent. Articles intended to assist in educating you about insurance generally and not to provide personal service. It may not take into account your personal characteristics such as budget, assets, risk tolerance, family situation, or activities which may affect the type of insurance that would be right for you. In addition, state insurance laws and insurance underwriting rules may affect available coverage and its costs. If you need more information or would like personal advice, you should consult an insurance professional, which includes me. You may also visit your state's insurance department for more information. Riders are additional guarantee options that are available to an annuity or life insurance contract holder. While some riders are part of an existing contract, many others carry additional fees, charges, and restrictions, and the policyholder should review their contract carefully before purchasing. Guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Opinions voiced in this material are for general information only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. All performance reference is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested in directly. All data is believed to be from reliable sources. However, no representation is made as to its completeness or accuracy. None of this is to be construed as tax or legal advice. Consult your advisor prior to taking any action. And finally, asset allocation does not ensure profit or protect against a loss. Everybody have a terrific day. And happy Flag Day again to everybody.